Whoa, it's Naya. Welcome back, Naya. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. My internet's been going in and out all day. I'm gonna be so mad if that happens. It's already happened. It just happened, right? Oh, jeez. Please, for the love of all that is good, please don't go out. Anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I am like now super nervous that my internet's gonna go out. I don't know why. I mean, I know why it happens more in the summer. It's because I go home and I don't have like that robust college internet. But still, it's a bit ridiculous. Anyways, cool. So yeah, you guys know the drill. We're gonna warm up, talk about everybody's days, I guess, what we're all doing, and get to our cylinders. So let's get started. Welcome back, Naya. I'm not sure if you're still here, but welcome. It's been a minute. We're still in the midst of the 250 cylinder challenge. We were probably still here last. I don't want to use this page. This is a cool looking page. All right, let me get a different page for warm up. Don't want to waste a cool looking thing. Why is that in my who knows. Cool. Alrighty. Restart that timer. Or start it again. Studying some grackle anatomy today. I want to see, like, what it's like to teach myself this kind of stuff, what I can find on my own. Get more bit, I feel like if I'm going to draw a character that is an animal, I ought to not be. I feel like I was being lazy with gravel and how I was drawing him, and to make it more of a grackle thing. Just busy for a while. I'm back for a bit though. Huge. Well, welcome back. Hope all is well. Make sure that's still 90 degrees. Feel like we're cutting it close there. Oh, wait, we're fine. Yeah. Have I been? I've been pretty good. It's been a somewhat lazy summer. Thought I had a job opportunity, and while there's still a great opportunity to learn and stuff, it wasn't fulfilling certain standards that my university expected. So I can do all that. But grinding out the boxes, working on some fun personal projects on the side. Got a whole new semester, my last semester of college, waiting for me. So super excited. Did you see your persona? I did. However, I don't remember the explicit details, so I'd need to look again. But I do remember you saying that, sending that, and saying that. And it is also crazy hot right now. I don't know why. I turned down the AC, but geez, it makes me. I feel like nothing makes me more pressed, more like, and upset than dysfunctional air conditioning. Stupid summer, boiling the world alive. If I ever have the opportunity to move somewhere, definitely somewhere a tiny bit cooler. Would be nice. I'm not a huge fan of snow, so it's weird. I want cooler, but I don't want too much snow. Because everyone loves to romanticize snow, and then, once you have plenty of snow, it makes going outside miserable. You gotta shake everything out in the mudroom, and like going outside becomes a chore. If it's hot, sure, it's a chore to go outside, but you don't have to like let everything dry. Actually, yeah, you kind of do have to let things dry, but you know what I mean. However, things in the winter or when it's snowing do look much prettier than everything wilting and dying in the summer. So pretty good day all in all. Still another lazy day. I wish I did more. But I will the not oh okay, there goes my internet. No, okay, we're still here. I've been watching it. I thought it was down again. I'd be very upset if so. Huh. Oof. It goes a lot more right there. Wobbly, non-precise lines today. You win some, you lose some. I feel like my AC just is actually not working. It's crazy. I'm about to go double check it because I set it to I think like 60, 68 maybe, because it felt like 70 or even 80 degrees in here. Yo, what's a surprise? How's your Wednesday going so far? Going good so far. Great to hear. Do any drawing as of recent? Tried to sell my car. They only offered you $300, dude. What the hell? They trolling? I haven't been able to draw as of yet. Gotcha. Yeah, this could be a fun exercise in getting a quick doodle out. Gotcha. Some decent ellipses today. Studying logarithms right now. Gotcha. I remember absolutely despising those when I first learned them. No clue why. They aren't evil or anything, but I definitely think it was because of my teacher. I'm not muted. I'm just being a bit quieter today. Not much to talk about during the warm up. Hyper focused. So true. Sometimes we have the quieter, low viewership streams, which are probably correlated. I'm chill with those. some days are just days to put our heads down and put our pins on the page. Wish I had more to talk about, but how it is right now. Reserving my energy for all the chaos that will happen once I move back to my college town, move into a new apartment, new classes, all that stuff. So there will definitely be plenty of yapping then. I'm also trying to retain my sanity because it's like 80 degrees right now. Ugh. Anyways, cool. So that was a nice little warm up. We didn't even use like this section of the page, which is a bit weird. Yep. So as per usual, guys, we're gonna do 2 minutes of ads to disable pre-rolls. There should be AC. I'm not feeling it right now. Like I said, it really low. Because it's like if I'm studying or focusing, it cannot be hot, but it's just not happening right now. Anyways, cool. So we're gonna do BRB, 2 minutes of ads, and then we will be back for our next page of cylinders, starting with our 226th. So be right back. Cool. We're back. So yeah, like I said, we are into the 226th cylinder, or the 46th page. So now that I put it like that, we have 5 pages remaining, including this one, which is both like a lot, but because like that's what 25 streams, but in the grand scheme and the fact that it's only 5 pages, I feel pretty good about that. Now, if you ask me, do they kind of feel redundant right now? I'll be honest, yeah, a little bit. But 220, 250 is an arbitrary number, like you said, and I feel like, a lot of, I made a lot of, I learned a lot of things earlier, and now it's actually holding myself accountable to apply those, because otherwise I make quote unquote silly mistakes, because now I now know better. Yeah, let's get started. So, I've been meaning to do an actually high degree one, or like almost full circle, low, practically no foreshortening on it. And I keep like pushing myself away from doing that. So let's do that. Slightly rotate to the right. Just practically a 90-degree angle with no foreshortening. So if we want it slightly rotated to the right, that means we'd be going like this And then we'll have less room on the right, so it'll be a bit this way. A little bit less, or sorry, a little bit more than a 90-degree angle, because if it was exactly 90 degrees, actually it doesn't really matter, doesn't? I mean, yeah, it does matter, but there's like the actual VPs, which determine, because if the VPs were isometric, you know, there are to infinity, a distance away from the edge, then, oh wait, no, 90 degrees. We want it to be exactly 90 degrees, because any smaller, it's impossible. It doesn't fit our Y method, and any larger, even if our VPs were isometric, we have a trapezoid, which means we aren't going to have like the full 90-degree ellipse that we want. So we do want whatever we draw to be 90 degrees. However, we want the angle right here, since it's slightly turned to the right, to be smaller than the angle over here. So if it's supposed to, ideally it's 45 degrees. Yeah, because 45, 45, 90. So we want that to be smaller. So if we do it like a bit less than that, guesstimating, of course, there's no way I would know how to make a 45-degree angle off the dome. A little bit of wobble starting that one out, but nothing bad. And yeah, we want practically 90 degrees. I'll go a little bit over, because Y method, you're supposed to be greater than 90 degrees, not greater than or equal to. So we'll do our 90 a little bit out. Wait, my exposure shouldn't be auto, but it looks like it's being auto. Let's fix this real quick. There we go. That looks good. Sorry about that. And in me setting these lengths equal, that means we don't have to highly foreshorten one edge over the other, or at least trying to. You're looking pale. I've desaturated a lot of this camera. But yeah, I'm probably looking a little pale. Should spend some more time in the sun. Too bad it's like actually deadly to be outside. That was basically 90 degrees. Okay, no, it's a little bit over. Just the teeniest, tiniest bit. Why is it rendering strange? I guess, oh, okay. I guess studio mode makes it render at a lower quality. That'd make a little sense. So yeah, we want the degree over here to be smaller than the degree over here. No, we want it to be bigger. Oh, I messed it up. We want it to be bigger because it makes it more turn to the right. Oopsies. Something like this would be good. Maybe even... no, we said slightly turn to the right, so we'll stick to that. I wonder if there's a streamer out there that just keeps mashing the ad break button. They probably aren't that popular, but... because it notifies me when I can start running ads again. Nice. I drop the exposure even more. I think it's the white balance doing that. It's like making, the more it's over here, the darker this part of my desk is, but when it's over here, there's like a vignette that almost gets created. It's weird. It has to be the white balance. I think it is. I hate cameras. I hate audio. I hate. I suck at them. I shouldn't say I hate them because it's like my hobby, but I definitely suck at it. Okay, so this edge seems longer than this edge. So that means this VP is going to be closer than this VP over here, relatively to the edge. Because if I dropped this down, kind of flatten both ends, this edge is too long. But since I don't want to foreshorten it too much, this makes that edge longer. So I'm not sure if it's this VP closer. This VP is going to be closer. I think I said that. I'm not sure. No way it's getting foreshortened that much. Did I really? Yeah, it's longer by quite a bit. Move this one just in a tiny bit. Admire your discipline for having to do your best on every line. Thank you. We say that, and then like literally last stream, there's probably a line that was like, "Oh no!" That feels decent. Or even that this edge is a bit too long, so I feel like we can move this one. A little bit more inwards, and it would even everything out. We're not going to get that perfect 90-degree that I wanted. We never were, but it feels good. This one still feels a little bit too long, so we'll place it here and call it that. Already smearing ink. Come on, Cav. How am I smearing that ink? That one's dry. Oh. You guys can't see it, thankfully, but probably because I'm sweating like crazy because the AC. I'm going to go mess with the AC real quick. I know that's a cope, but I'm just going to go check. It's so much colder in the other room. That's unfortunate. Oops. I don't feel as confident doing that way as this way. I always choke at the end. Cool. Okay. No foreshortening, practically, because we have a very high degree right here, and any increase in, if we foreshorten the bottom, then we're going even further outside of the focal point, which means we're going to get distortion, and the minor and major axes are going to flip, which I don't think is like against any rule of the 250 cylinder challenge, but I'm not sure how uncomfortable to address it in my critique, so I'm just trying to stray away from distortion. I remember, Rise, I think this was during, I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, I think this was during your hiatus. Um, it was a very passion filled person in chat, and I was like ghosting on something. I think it was during lesson 5, and someone in chat just put draw the damn line already, and I mean yeah, but let's. I'd say I'd rather encourage patience, but it was pretty funny. Hmm. Those are like scarily close to being parallel. They aren't, but I can tell there's a slight, even slight angle, but there is an angle. Just really didn't want to increase that degree too much on the bottom. I don't need to measure these too much for this VP because since it's so close to being parallel, and we know the VP lies on this axis, that being this close to it will result in the back line being very, very close to the same slope as the axis. Something like that. Same thing here. This VP is much, 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 much closer though, so. Nice. I swear. Is it exposure? What's going on? We'll see how this fares. Because I think it's the exposure mixed with the white balance causing this, but probably bump the brightness to adjust for the low exposure. Oof. Should have went from the center inwards right there, just because I didn't feel confident. I usually like going from the existing edge to like the newest edge, because if I mess up on this existing corner, then it looks weird. But I think it's more just a confidence thing at this point. Like I shouldn't pick one or the other if I feel not very confident about it. Oh, does this end up being rectangular? How do I manage that? I was a bit lower on this one, so that could be part of the reason. Oof. Well, Can't win them all. Take a quick sip of water. This stream may honestly end early because I don't want to do 2 boxes in a stream. Mainly because 1, it's extremely hot, and 2, if we keep doing 1 cylinder per stream, we'll finish all cylinders at stream 100. And I want to draw more Grackle stuff after this, so like I think it'll work out. Oof. More ghosting. Jeez. Wait for that to dry. Smearing ink still. Oh my gosh. I think it's just a new page. It's extremely hot. All that stuff. These lines, ooh, goodness. These lines need to be quite parallel. This is going to be a pretty difficult line to complete going down the center. Wait for that to dry a second. Knew it. Completely messed that one up. Well, like I said. Cool. It's very, very difficult line to accomplish, and I'm not just saying that because I messed it up. I may be saying it because I messed it up, but what is up, Bear? How's it schmovin'? You entered a very quiet stream today. A stark contrast to the one from yesterday. So freaking tired today. I don't know why. I know why. I slept at 2 a.m. Ugh. I feel that. Hey, cheers to sleeping well tonight, because I overslept, and because of that I feel bad. Or like physically feel bad, but yeah. I'm not going to go Insano style. I love the inception of Insano style, crazy style even. It's such a, especially putting out like very mundane things or things that shouldn't have be Insano style. Alrighty. Despite messing up the middle line here, let's try our best to do a good ellipse. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Heck yeah, that's why we have bare minimums. I love the concept of a bare minimum because that gives me like an excuse, an extreme, making it like so doable that it's like stupid not to. I will force myself to draw at this very moment. Heck yeah. Inspiration. Boom. I think you should do more. Actually, do whatever you want to do. I think you should do more doodles like you did the other. I think it was Quadability the other day, like last morning, yesterday morning. Heck yeah. Or was it? You'll do something for 50%. Ah. Yeah, it felt like copying, imagining poses I like. That one from August 4th, Monday. So that was 2 days ago. Jeez. I'm a real lurker in that chat. Wow, I messed that up. That is just terrible, and I feel bad. Okay, whatever. I don't have the energy to fight anymore. I may redo this in my own free time tomorrow. We'll see. But we'll end it strong. This is practically just going to be a 90-degree ellipse. Actually, the degree flipped. I can sense it. Can I? Okay, cool. So I absolutely nuke it up here, but I do an amazing job on the bottom one. How's that fair? I don't know. Sigh. We'll live. I'm also cutting today's stream earlier just because I did my one cylinder and I want to draw more grackle stuff in my on my own. I'll work out beforehand though. Sigh. As a person who has said on the record that that's a pet peeve of mine, I do it a lot. Frick. Oh, geez, that line was off. Yeah, start from the bottom. This page may not appear here tomorrow. Actually, there is no tomorrow because we're not streaming tomorrow. I'm quitting streaming after this ellipse actually, or cylinder actually. This cylinder ruined my streaming career. Alrighty, so Weird Core, we're gonna end the stream early. Review time. Don't draw the edges from the top to bottom, because then you kind of lose the line that's supposed to happen. My only biggest mistake was one, not aligning the minor axis correctly, because I just overshot it because it was a very long line. And then my terrible ellipse on the top. Other than that, though, I think it was pretty good. I did a good job of trying to force myself to do a higher degree. I did foreshorten it still a little bit, which gave us like a 80 degree or 90 or 80 degree ellipse. But I'm not too unhappy with this one. But you may see a different looking one tomorrow. So sorry to end it, Rise. You get here, Bear, and sorry to end it early. But we're gonna call it that. So thank you very much, Rise, Bear, Naya. I think that was everybody. Rise, Bear, and Naya. Very calm stream. I'm not complaining too much. We will not be streaming tomorrow. I might have said see you guys tomorrow. I didn't mean that. We will not be streaming tomorrow, and we'll be back on Friday for a 50% Friday where we will spin the wheel. So see you guys then. Bye for now.